Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
Ahoy! Let's go! We're waking up Chicago. Turn up the radio. It's time to start the show. On Q101 with the morning crew. Ahoy! Let's go! Welcome to the morning show.
Let's go. It is 6:06, 72 degrees. And man, there's some bad weather out there and some big problems on the road, whether it's from the border to Bloomingdale, everywhere in between and further south. It's pretty rough out there. Some bad accidents. We'll tell you why the tri-state north is stopped at this point. We'll get to that in a traffic update in just about 60 seconds with Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Give us that proof of life check-in. 312-591-8300. Man, do we have a schedule for you today in just about 6 minutes. For if you like free stuff and free exclusive experiences that no one else in the city gets you except Q101. That's a fact. Lord, you can not only see Lord wherever you want in America, but you will meet Lord. So that's coming up in just about 6 minutes. We'll give you the keyword for the first time of the day. We put it out throughout the whole morning because it's good till 9 o'clock. But this is your first shot at it to make sure you're done with it and you can focus on the rest of your day. So that's coming up in 6 minutes. Lord, you'll meet her and see her anywhere you want. Then coming up in an hour at 7:10 in Clash with Kenzie, those sold-out Weird Al tickets, and this is massive. It's broken our phone lines. Case has taken some wire cutters and rewired things on the server to make it work. Sold out this Sunday at Ravinia, that Q101 show. So we'll have those tickets at 7:10. Then at 8, Queens of the Stone Age tickets. Kenzie will be at that show stage announcing in a wizard uniform. We'll explain why.
Yay!
I actually described it as a wizard uniform, too. I'm not sure it's a uniform or a costume.
Well, that's fair. You know, Hogwarts school.
Yeah, it is a uniform. Kenzie will be bringing on Queens of the Stone Age, then jumping over the barricade into the crowd on the Chicago Theater. And then you think she'd surf, but she's a wizard. She can levitate over everybody. No one's going to get hurt.
I'm jumping onto a broom, dumbass.
Yeah. Wait, do wizards use broom or witches use brooms?
They both do.
Really?
Yeah.
Also, with all due respect to Kenzie, let's not act like she doesn't have a witchy personality. If she was going to use a broom, it wouldn't shock me.
I am a witch.
I know.
I'm aware.
I know you quite well.
We're all aware of the witchiness.
Very witchy.
So look for a broom, whether it's a wizard or a witch. You be the
Where's
judge.
the broom parking?
Can you valet this broom for me?
Up front.
There's a self park across the street at State and Lake at the Chicago Theater. You're going to be fine with your
I
broom.
never trust it.
Yeah. And then at 9 o'clock, right, when we do music entertainment news, after that we'll have NASCAR street race tickets. They're starting to close those streets already, getting ready in Grant Park for the wonderful yearly event that happens nowhere else in the world. You get a NASCAR street race in Chicago. We have tickets for that coming up around 8:50. We do music entertainment news. And then at 9, we'll give out those tickets. So every hour, something really it's stacked, action-packed. So be ready on this gloomy morning. Again, we'll get to a pretty important traffic update and weather here in a couple seconds.
Brian and Kenzie.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Time for a fact that makes your brain go. And today's will be multiple facts, but we're going to get to it with the most trusted brand by generation. So Gen Zers, millennials, Gen Xers, even boomers out there listening, we accept all here with Brian and Kenzie on Q101. So when you think about that, Kenzie, let's just do one to start. Let's do Gen Zers. Let's do Case's generation.
Okay, what about them?
So that'd be the people under 30, to whatever, to Gen Alpha, which is what Marino and Harper are. So the most trusted brand you think Gen Zers have. So to give you an example, let's say, and I'm not saying this is one of them because I don't want to give them away, but let's say boomers trust like Chevy trucks. Let's say that's their most trusted brand because the commercials back in the day were so awesome of Chevy trucks, So let's say it's that, but that's not one of them. We'll get to boomers later, but there's a brand you think Gen Zers, in a brand they trust the most. What do you think that would be?
I would say it's Uber or Lyft.
Uber and Lyft. Why do you say that?
I think that generation is, I think they're in their young stages, so not all of them own a car, like they're younger, right? So not everyone's going to own a car. I also think when you're in your younger stage of life, that's when you often have the city life or more of traveling or, things like that, right? If you're going to like backpack across the country, you usually don't do it mid-30s. A lot of times you do that when you're younger, things like that. So I feel like, quick pickups from airports and stuff like that. It has to be like one of the most handy apps.
Yeah, the thing is, we were all taught when we were kids not to get in a stranger's car. Today, you pay for a stranger to come and pick you up.
You do.
And they trust it. Like you said, trustworthy.
Oh, and side note, and it's not funny, but I just feel like I should say it. Do not accept water bottles from your Uber and Lyft drivers. There has been a few people who have gotten drugged that way, like the free water bottles in the cars.
God, I always take them.
I know.
I always take them.
This was specifically for you.
Did something happen to me? I don't know what you think.
You are so susceptible to a kidnapping.
And the thing is, I'm the most non-trusting person out there. But I'm also
made
cheap.
You so tall for such a because the way you would have been kidnapped if you were more portable was unbelievable.
If you were a petite woman with your personality, you'd be in trouble.
You would have made it to like 11. You wouldn't be here.
Yeah, you'd be at Kenzie's Crimes.
Yeah.
But because I'm an oaf, I've lived to a grown-ass man, is what you're saying.
That's correct.
Yes.
Oh, good for that. That's good news.
Hey, pretty good, huh?
So, Case, let's go with you, since it's your generation, and, actually it's Kenzie's too, because she's in her mid-20s, but Gen Z's most trusted brand.
I don't appreciate that. That's funny to you, Case.
So, Gen Z, your people's most trusted brand. What do you think it is?
Chat GPT.
Wow.
Yeah. And I'm not a fan.
Oh, that's such a good guess, Case.
I thank
Damn
you.
it.
I'm pretty good at this. I'm pretty
You know,
good.
I don't use it enough to think that exists.
I
I
don't-
forget about it.
I don't
Son of
use
a
it at
bitch.
all. I don't use it at all, but I know the people do.
You know that you're aware
rub
that they love it.
Eh, they're loving this chat GPT.
And I'm not a fan. I think it should be gone.
Yeah.
I think it's very bad. I saw that China just shut off all AI functionality for their university students before their final exams. And I thought, China, man, they get it sometimes.
So, okay, be careful.
Except when they built COVID in the lab and sent it over here.
Okay,
By
I
the
wasn't
way-
going to say that either.
A swing and a miss on their part. But they kind of nailed this AI stuff. If only we had some sort of regulation for it. Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Oh, well, we'll also have no jobs eventually,
Yeah.
and the robots will be their food.
It's good. It's good.
All right, so we'll get to that. In fact, we're going to get to all of them. So just in case we're not singling out an age generation here, we'll do Gen Z, Millennials, Gen Xers, and Boomers on the most trusted brand. You can guess at 312-591-8300 what you think, and we'll do it all in 2.5 minutes after Sum 41.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101 with the facts that make your brain go. And just a reminder, in just about 15 minutes at 6:45, we're going to get Nicole on the phone, who we talked to on Monday, who found a burner phone of her boyfriend, or I should say partner of 4 years, and he was on some OnlyFans account she found on email she didn't know about. She was going to confront him when he came back from, I'm using quote fingers, camping last night, and then we're going to find out. She said she'd call at 6:45 today, so we're about 15 minutes away, and she'll tell us what happened with the confrontation. We told her to be safe and careful and let us know how it happened. Kenzie was gassing her up because she deserves better, and she's right. To have
I
someone,
really was gassing her up. I am so amped for this phone call. You have no idea.
Yeah. I think she went in there with, I feel the guy, I'd love to hear from him after Kenzie gassed up his girlfriend.
Because the guy doesn't know what's coming to him.
No, he had no idea what was coming to him.
This phone call with Nicole is totally live. I was just texting her to prepare her for said phone call, but we
good.
don't.
I was worried that she just wouldn't call. So
Well,
you didn't
that's
text her?
we're gonna find out. I have texted her this morning. We're gonna find out, but it's gonna we don't know what happened either. We're all gonna find out together. It's gonna be really, really interesting.
Pretty cool. So let's get to the fact that makes your brain go, which is the most trusted brand by generation. So Gen Zers, Millennials, Gen Xers, and Boomers. And so Kenzie and Case guessed on Gen Zers. Kenzie guessed it'd be Uber and Lyft because they just get in the car and go wherever they want, wherever the world takes them. Wanderlust. And then Case thinks it's ChatGPT. Great answer, too. I'm going to say you're both wrong on that, by the way, on the trusted brands. But before we get to what you said, we'll get to what the listeners said here as far as I love that 773 checked in and said, for going for Millennials, Millennials' favorite brand is Yelp. They can't get enough of it. Of Yelp.
Oh my God.
That could be their next commercial.
It's so good. Somebody also guessing the most trusted brand for Boomers is Tylenol. There's some real funny answers here, but let's get to it. Should we do Gen Zers last?
Let's do Gen Z last. Let's go reverse chronological. Start with the boomers and go down to Gen Z.
So the boomers, the number one trusted brand for boomers is Procter & Gamble.
I don't even know what that is.
Well, it's kind of everything you eat and take, right? Like Procter & Gamble, I'm trying to think of their number one.
What's their hit?
Yeah, what's their... Because, I mean, you almost see it in every
Anything.
TV commercial.
Give me anything. Like, is it milk? Like, what is it?
Let's see. Procter & Gamble. How about this? Dawn dishwasher soap. Febreze.
Okay.
Charmin toilet paper.
I would have thought those were all their own brands. So you're telling me that's one brand?
They own all this stuff. They own Gillette razors, Tide detergent, Swiffers. Use Swiffers to sweep the floor. Pampers diapers. Use Pampers.
More of a Huggies girl.
Huggies, okay.
More stretch, but baby's got back.
That's your child.
They do Head & Shoulders shampoo. They do Duracell batteries. They have Procter & Gamble has like everything.
Bounty paper towels.
Yep.
This is the illusion of choice. You go into the supermarket, you think, oh my God, all these brands. Wrong. There's like 3 companies in the world. They own everything.
Now, to Kenzie's point, I wouldn't think
Were
of...
we supposed to pick one of those 3 companies? I didn't know that they existed.
That's the thing. I would have thought someone would have said Pampers or whatever, not
Right.
Procter & Gamble, but boomers said that. The next one, Lazy Boy.
Oh my God, yes.
Boomers love Lazy Boy chairs.
Ew. See, that's more, okay, now I'm caught up.
I gotta say, and I've never said this before, but shout out to the boomers. They get Lazy Boy.
Oh,
And it's
hell
about
yeah.
time Gen Z embraces that as well.
God, Lazy Boys are great. When you go to that boomer's house and they have a Lazy Boy
Oh,
chair,
yeah.
you're not getting out of that chair. Bring me everything after that. The third most popular brand, or trusted brand, I should say, for boomers is Consumer Reports.
Oh my God.
Now, that used to be a great thing to go to when you were going to buy anything, Consumer Reports, to give comparisons. I didn't realize they were still around, but because I thought, it was kind of the Yelp of their day, but people didn't do it. Actually, experts reviewed things and then gave you what you should buy. So there you go. That's the boomers' top 3. Gen Xers, my people, the Gen Xers, the most trusted brand is Campbell's Soup. And I got to say, I had a bad throat on Friday. I was a little rough, sounding like RFK Jr. on the air.
Yes, you did.
I went to Target by us, the Wild West Target on Broadway in Uptown. Got 4 cans of Campbell's Soup, ate it for 3 days. You know what? Throat's fine now.
Wow.
So it works.
Did you also get beef tallow? Because I know that's RFK's thing right now.
Wow. It's funny you said that because I thought about it. I saw it on the shelf, and apparently people are buying that up.
Oh, yeah. Well, make America healthy again.
Yeah. Beef tallow's like the stuff you put on for grilling, and it's like a fatty
yeah,
thing.
you
But
put it on your face now to not look old, I guess.
Is that right?
A lot of people are using beef tallow as lotion.
Oh, good.
Do you smell beefy when you put it on your face?
No, you don't. I'm not using jars of beef tallow, but like
I don't believe
I've
you.
just seen it's like the popular thing to do. Like it's like this is what's saving people from looking old. This is what Selma Hayek uses. That's what
Wow.
I've seen.
love
I don't know
that.
if it's true.
Yeah. All right, so Campbell's Soup, the next couple with most trusted brands of Gen Xers, Speed Stick, deodorant, Stanley Steamer,
Carpet cleaner.
carpet cleaners, and a tie with third is Yahoo.
Okay.
Which I still have my Yahoo weather app, which is pretty accurate. We went through weather apps before. What do you have, Kenzie, on your phone? Was it weather
I
app?
have AccuWeather.
AccuWeather. I have that too, but it's like a sub weather app. I use Yahoo for the primary.
Okay.
What do you got, Kenzie?
Why do you need 2?
I like to compare and see who's telling the truth.
Okay, so then you have to have a third as a deal breaker, right? In case they both say 2 different things.
I didn't think of that. I go outside for the third, just to look at the clouds, like Bill Paxton and Twister.
Brian used to be Captain Yeager. Now he's got 2 weather apps to compare. That's his excitement level.
God, life has changed.
It has.
Let's get to millennials. Not Kenzie, because she's in her mid-20s. The brand millennials, they trust the most, more than other adults. Their trusted brand is Bitcoin.
There's no way.
100%. That's true. Their most trusted brand is Bitcoin, which I still don't understand. I've done all the research.
I don't even know what it is. I think it's like a game or something.
I want some. Or like 10 years ago, I wanted some, or 12 years ago, I wanted some. Now, if you get one, it's like 60,000 for one Bitcoin. I don't understand the mining of Bitcoin, how it hurts the environment. There's a hard drive. If you forget there's guys that have forgotten the passwords and have like $2 billion in there. I can't figure it out. I've read all about it. I've done the research. I still don't get it.
Yeah.
Do you get it?
No, because it's fake. It's not a real thing. We used to have these meetings at Q101 where people in charge would be like, well, concerts are just going to be NFTs and we're going to pay for concert tickets with Bitcoins. And then I would sit in the room and be like, okay, somebody explain to me what that is. And the room would fall silent.
And you were the youngest guy in the room, so you should know all that stuff.
If you can't explain it to me in an elevator pitch, it's not something that's viable.
Do you remember in the pandemic how NFTs we were all going to be an NFT society after the pandemic ended?
Yeah, I didn't exactly buy that one from the jump. Okay, I was good on that. I was going to hold out on the NFT craze.
Like, I think somebody bought the Red Hot Chili Peppers with an NFT somehow. I don't even know. Like,
I don't know what that is either.
did anybody I asked this on the hallway the other day to somebody I know here that knows a lot of rich people. I go, do you know anybody that got rich off Bitcoin? And they're like, and they thought about it for a minute. And they're like, no. I go, I want to meet that Bitcoin millionaire.
I don't think that happened.
And I sit down with them and explain it to them, and then they give me some of their money. All right, so here we go. Finally, Gen Zers, the most trusted brands of Gen Zers. Oh, by the way, more on millennials is besides Bitcoin, Red Bull, also 5 Hour Energy, a lot of energy drinks, Fortnite, and Durex condoms.
This has to be the worst thing. Like, this entire list is ass.
That's really
the millennials suck.
Yeah, you make the millennials sound like a degenerate, which they are, but
I can imagine Bitcoin, Red Bull, and condoms.
That's the worst guy you know.
Yeah, I don't like what's happening there.
You stay in your mid-20s, Kenzie. Stay away from the millennials.
No kidding.
And finally, Gen Zers. So Kenzie guessed Uber, Lyft. Case guessed ChatGPT. So they're the youngest generation, the people under whatever, 28, 29. The most trusted. Do you want to give a secondary guess right now before I give it? Any of you guys?
No.
Okay. The most, because this is, you're going like, oh, the most trusted brand is TikTok for Gen Zers.
The app that got banned because of poor privacy.
That's the one. That's it.
Okay.
But how many people do you see say, I get all my news from TikTok?
I work with Kenzie. I know somebody who does.
It's either MSN.
That is not true. You know I love MSN.com.
That's
How
right.
dare you?
Sorry.
Which makes her a boomer, really. Kenzie's a boomer because she goes to MSN.
I get amazing stories. And you guys are like, how did you find that? MSN.com, baby. I have the best stuff. You guys are a bunch of haters.
We're just not sure if MSN is true. We're not sure if it's real anymore. It might be like It might be like MSN.xxx or something.
It's my favorite. It's my favorite.
So Gen Zers love the TikTok. They trust that. Also, you're going to have to help me with this one. Duolingo.
Uh-huh.
Do you know what that is?
Yeah.
It's a language learning app.
Oh, that's right. I've heard those commercials. We ran them here.
In the same way that Rosetta Stone was Gen X, we're Duolingo.
And they trust that second most? Duolingo?
It's a great app. I would love to learn Spanish on it, but I haven't.
Haven't gotten to it.
Yeah.
So a couple more of the most trusted brands of Gen Zers. Twitch.
Okay.
So it's weird. Twitch comes up in conversations around here like every couple weeks, and I don't know if it's still really popular or it's dead.
I don't know. I get pitched a Q101 Twitch channel every few weeks, and I'm like, I don't know anything about it, guys. This feels like an endeavor that I'm just not ready for.
It's like mainly for video games.
Yeah.
That's what got it big, but there's all other things on there now. Like I did watch kids play Halo on it for a while, and I'm like, why am I doing this? But also Crocs, a big trusted brand for Gen Zers.
I can see that.
And in Kenzie, you'll have to help with this one. Maybe Case knows. Fenty Beauty. What the hell is that?
Fenty Beauty, what the hell is that?
He acted like he was reading it wrong. It's spelled phonetically.
Wait, Fenty?
Yeah, you're good. Fenty.
Fenty.
You acted like, I don't know about this word.
Fenty Beauty. What is that? A brand? Is that like a makeup brand?
Yeah, it's a skincare, makeup, etc. It's Rihanna's brand, Fenty.
Oh, okay. I know that she made $1 billion from that. I just know what it was called. So Fenty Beauty. There you go. Those are the trusted brands of your generations, whether you're a Gen Zer, a millennial, a Gen Xer, or a boomer. Now, coming up in just about 6 or 7 minutes, we're going to get Nicole on the phone. And let's replay really quickly Monday's call when we were talking about OnlyFans and the fact that makes your brain go, Illinois being top 5 in revenue of people that spend money on OnlyFans. And then we got this call from Nicole, who said this.
I happened to find my boyfriend of 3 years. He had an old cell phone laying around, and I went through it.
Period.
Because I just had something, a little feeling. And I found multiple different accounts, like Gmail and Yahoo, connected with OnlyFans, and This is actually the third or fourth time that I have found the account. So he keeps on making new ones.
How about that? When we come back, we've got Nicole on the phone, confronted her boyfriend about these last night, and we will find out what happened all together. We have no idea. You have no idea. Nicole knows, and we'll talk to her next.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q 101.